Hello everybody, Shockinator 1000 reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. In the last episode, we began the trek of meeting the Lake Guardians, Azelf, Mesprit and Uxie. But we got held up mid-battle against Hisuian Overquill. And we wasn't able to finish up the battle in time. But this time, no question about it, we're definitely going to be finishing up this battle and proceeding onwards into the story. So, the reasoning about me ending off the video early last episode, like around the 25-minute mark, is because I was keeping track on my Google Maps to see if my parents were coming back after taking one of my cats to the vets. And they were coming back while I was at the 20-minute mark. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to have to end the episode off now. Otherwise they'll be hearing me talking to myself. So, we just finished up this Overquill battle very fast by using Goodra. Since Steel is technically a great counter for poison types because of immunity to being poisoned and as well as being hit by poison moves. So that's good. I knew you could do it, Bella. We feel the mysterious presence, which is the last of the Lake Guardians we have yet to meet. Azelf, the being of willpower. Show to me unyielding will. Strike me if you can. Now, while I am doing this, I do want to actually mention something real fast to you lot. Do you remember when I told you about that GBA emulator thing I have on my phone? Well, instead of actually showing it in front of my iPad right now, how about I do this? Just give it a minute. Is it doing it? Might have a little bit of a delay or something. But anyway. Azelf is wanting us... Oh, it says unable to connect. Okay, that's weird. Alright. Well, okay. Before doing this, I'm going to load up settings real fast because I found out if I was to go on general on my TV settings and check the network status, I can have a look to see if my TV is connected to the same internet as my phone, which in this case it is. Then, if I was to do Apple AirPlay settings, I could click on this, and then I tap, if I show my phone right here, if I tap this button right there, so I'm going to do that, it will show screen mirroring, and if it's able to do it, hopefully, because I was able to do it yesterday. Come on. No, it doesn't want to connect today. But anyway, what I'm actually trying to get at is, I can do screen mirroring on my phone to my TV, so at any point, if I'm like, oh, I actually want to play a game on my phone, but I want to see it on the big screen, I can use screen mirroring And anything that's shown on my phone, I can show it on the big TV screen. And on my emulator app on my phone, I have games like Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Leaf Green. Oh, okay. Now I see what the issue is. It's because my phone's having a delay connecting to the internet. Because my internet is absolute garbage. But then again, I am uploading a video at the minute. I'm uploading the previous episode onto YouTube now, as a matter of fact. So that's probably the reason why. But anyway, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Leaf Green, Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Sapphire, Scooby-Doo Unmasked, which was a game I originally had on my original Microsoft Xbox. I had to get rid of it because my console just would not accept my my disc anymore. So it's like it wouldn't read it at all. So I thought, okay, now that I found out that you can play it on the GBA, I'm going to play it on the GBA, and hopefully it's the same game style as it is that I played on the original Xbox. But there are ROM Pokemon games that I've downloaded as well that you've seen other YouTubers play. So like M&J TV, he played a ROM game called Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass. I have that on my phone. And we've also seen the famous VTuber of the Wildcard Gang, Full Pixie, play a game called Super Mario Mon, which is a game that was made by one of her friends, Jacob, otherwise known as Alpharad. I haven't actually played the game yet, but I made a comment on Full Pixie's video of her playing that game, saying that it was that video, so it was her video of Super Mario Mon that was the reason that made me want to actually play the game myself. But my computer is just absolute garbage at emulators, so I had no hope of playing any GBA emulator games on my computer. I have to play it on my phone. So I can do that. And of course I got a game called Pokemon Ultraviolet, and there's also this thing, there was also one that was coded as Pokemon Black and Pokemon White, but the Pokemon Black is called Chaos Black. So I'm curious to see how that game is going to turn out. So yeah, definitely interesting. Right, we hear a voice inside our head. Give up. You struggle in vain. Will you yet press on? Yeah, you got to keep pressing on in this. Where are you? Oh. Okay, that's funny. He was hiding behind the door. So yeah, so the games I have, I got Pokemon Ultraviolet in bracket hack. There's Pokemon Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Scooby-Doo Unmasked, Pokemon Black Special Palace Edition, Pokemon White version by MB Hacks, Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass, Super Mario Mon, and of course Pokemon Fire Red as well. So I can play basically any one of those games. And I'm disregarding Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, as well as Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, because I've already done an LP on Pokemon Emerald, which by the way was not easy to do on my DS. Maybe I might want to redo it on my TV, maybe I might not. It's entirely my decision. But the one thing I would definitely say is a little bit a cockeye scenario with this GBA emulator is the fact that it does auto save states once every 5 to 10 minutes. And upon doing that, it locks me out of all control entirely. And That was really rough for me when I was playing a game called Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, because I'd never played the game before in my life. So I tried it on my phone, but every 5 to 10 minutes I had to do an auto save state which locked me out of all controls, but the game was still running where the pinball fell into the gutter and I had no way of stopping it from happening because it was doing an auto save state. Right, so Followers now mentions, if he remembers correctly, we were told to head to the Shrouded Ruins once we got all items from the late Guardians. I don't know what could await us there, but I'm always excited to explore some ancient ruins. Let's be on our way. We will immediately be taken to the Shrouded Ruins. The same place where you actually find Ralts and Curlier there normally. The Shrouded Ruins. Mist is so very good at obscuring things, it's long since been said to blur boundaries. If we're to somehow bring together the world of humans, the world of Pokemon, and the world of myth, then maybe we need a setting such as this. That being said, what are we meant to do now? It seems I've made it in time. You're right, just when we assembled all 3 gifts. Did you somehow see our progress across the distance dividing us? I had the aid of a rather remarkable Pokémon, if you really wish to know. Could you mean that Pokémon that flits about the Hishui region? No, never mind that now. What about the red chain? How are we to forge it? I would hardly know. We speak of a divine instrument, once said to be capable of binding the fairy world. Do you really imagine it can be forged by mortal hands? Then what are we supposed to do? Search the entire fastness of Hishui for the answer? Ah, the Pokemon of the lakes. We've received the red chain. Exactly the same way how we saw Team Galactic try to do this when we did our Brilliant Diamond Hooplock Nuzlocke, using Acelf, Mesprit and Uxie's power to create that red chain for their own selfish desire. So it is true, the pact our people have passed down for all these generations has been kept. At last I can set this burden aside. You succeeded once again, Bella. Yet, things do not seem to be going so well for the rest of the world. What have you heard now? I've had some news from my fellow merchants in the Ginkgo Guild. It seems that the commander is going to forego waiting for our investigation to finish. He plans to climb Mount Coronet himself. Has he lost his senses? He plans to get close to the rift to study it himself? Well, he doesn't yet know that Arbella has managed to get the red chain now, does he? That's true. There's no way he could. We need to tell him about the chain and about everything Bella has achieved before he sets out. So, with on doing that, we make our way back into Jubilife Village. Huh? Wait, Bella, it's you. I can't believe I just let you pass right by. Thank goodness you're still alive. I mean, of course you are. I knew you'd be alright. Wait 1 second. I'll go let the captain and the professor know you're back. Oh, my dear Bella. Professor, I know you've been worried about Bella. There's no need to cry. I'm not crying. Do not mock your elders if you please, Rye. And besides, weren't you the one who couldn't get a wink of sleep for all the worrying over our friend? You didn't have to tell her that. Just ignore him, Bella. Anyway, where's Captain Silene? Wasn't she coming with you, Professor? She's buried under a mound of work, I'm afraid. We're to join her in the Survey Corps office. It seems her hands are more than full now that Commander Kamado's gone. Well, he set out for Mount Coronet with the Survey Corps in tow. He's determined to handle this whole space-time rift business himself, including dealing with the Pokémon that's been spotted on the other side. And since I'm such a fine fellow, I took over watching the gate for the Security Corps folks. Well, we aren't getting anywhere out of here. Let's head inside and report it to the captain. So you managed not to die, just as I ordered. Well done. I have no idea what you're implying. All I know is Abra vanished of his own accord, in convincingly me greatly. In conceiving me. Whatever, I don't know. Before moving forward, I must ask. I assume that you are here again because you've managed to learn something of use. I visited these lakes. Go on. A legendary tool said to bind the very world. Commander Kamado is no longer here in Jubilife Village. The Survey Corps has been scouting the area near the space-time rift, and they reported sightings of something on the other side of it. Something that resembled a Pokémon. The commander made the decision to take the Security Corps to the mountains so as to prepare to fend off any possible threat. They were to make for the temple at the peak. The boss may be tough, but it still seems like a bad idea to do something so risky without Bella's help. As the captain of the Survey Corps, I hereby order you to proceed as follows. Bella, take that red chain to Mount Coronet, make your way to the peak, and put an end to all this. You are officially reinstated at your former rank. So that means we are allowed to be inside Jubilife Village again. Are you sure, Captain? The boss isn't around to approve that. If he didn't wish me to decide things in his place, then he should not have left me in charge here. But I'll go as well. We're all in this together, we members of the Survey Corps. Naturally, no one suggested you should not. So there we go. Any side tasks to complete here in Jubilife Village, you can now complete. But that is not in my mindset at the moment. My main focus is doing the main story, not the side quests. Even though the side quests would be beneficially helpful, not helpful in my state of mind. So we are going to make our way to Irida and set forth to meet Kamado. Did you find the commander, Bella? The commander is already at Mount Coronet. Already? How could a grown man like Commander Kamado be so reckless? First expelling you, Ella, and now this. I think he needs a stern talking to. As the leader of the Pearl Clan, loyal to Almighty Sinnoh who reigns over all space, I can go anywhere in Fast Hishui that I please. And now I am going to stop that commander. Who is the reckless one? Hey, you got run out of the village, right? But you still tried to find a way to help us all? That's right, Bella worked hard to get that red chain to help everybody. Too right, and a fine job she did too. The Serving Corps is always hard at work for the sake of everyone here in the village, as well as for the sake of our relations with Pokémon. Thanks. Here, take this. We get a max revive. And of course, silent mouth whispering. Honestly, I wish, for once, we had a Pokemon game where you saw your character's lips moving, but actually hear a voice coming out. It's so naive, where it's just like you hear bop, 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 bop when moving the lips, but no sound coming out at all. Your orders are 3. 1. Make for the summit camp, and from there, the Temple of Sinnoh. 2. Use a red chain to resolve this mess. And 3. Return here alive. Obviously. Now, upon proceeding in the storyline, we have a new base camp in Coronet Highlands. I've heard the latest, so you've been accepted back into the Galaxy team, have you? I suppose congratulations are in order. Here are some max potions for me to celebrate. We have 3. It looks like the big moment is upon us at last, but no doubt it'll be fine. After all, you worked so hard to earn that red chain. Both Adam and Irina have headed to the peak as well. My good friend Bella, I wish you great fortune in the battles to come. I would truly regret losing one of our most beloved and loyal customers. It seems Kamado intends to use the summit camp as a base of operations for this undertaking. As for me, I think I will set up shop closer to the temple itself. Oh, not you. Things suddenly seem to have gotten out of hand. Well, if anything goes wrong, the great Melly will be here for moral support at least. The one support you could do, Melly, is to get out of our way. Literally. I'd like to do some shopping real fast. First and foremost, I don't think there's anything of equivalence for us to sell in the item storage box. No, okay. I want to buy... oh, we don't have enough money. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We don't have any currency available for us to pay anything that we desperately need. So we're just going to have to hope for the best. Just ignore the Electabuzz and the Alpha Electivire. And we make our way to the cave. We were not allowed entry in this point no matter what we did until we got to this point. Because now, it's up to us to save the land Hishui. AKA, the land of Sinnoh 1,000 years ago. Stepping up forth, we meet an old friend. Oh, still alive and kicking. Sorry about having to shudder the wallflower. I'd much rather be there now serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But that Taskmaster Kamado's gone and left me to observe our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. While I'm handling that, I suppose I'll handle you as well. Time we got rid of you once and for all. Are you serious? I'll make myself plain. As Kammado's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds Kamado can't or won't do himself. I give him my word I'd get rid of any fools that might dream of getting in the way of his plans. And besides, it's not just Kamado who longs to live in the new home free of fear and strife. His dream is mine now too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. When I heard you managed to quell those nobles one after another, oh did it ever make my blood boil. Like run hot and my heart pound. At last. Whatever. One final opponent worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to moulder all these long years. We will be having a Pokemon battle against Benny. Under his ninja skills or whatever, I do not understand why. It's like, he wants a worthy opponent of his ninja skills by having a Pokemon battle. When that's not really how ninjas perform. But anyway, I'm going to be ending things off for this episode, alright? So, in the next episode, we're going to be beginning our battle against Benny. See you guys then.